What is going on, guys? I uh I wanted to talk to you guys today about some of my new holsters I got. I kind of got lucky and I ran into a pretty good deal on some holsters for some of my handguns. So I just wanted to kind of show you some. But the what I normally carry, what I've always carried before, if I'm carrying in leather, is something like this. This is a VersaCarry. All four of these are VersaCarry holsters. I have, well, four, maybe five of these VersaCarry holsters. And see, I've got my Glock 26 in this one. And there's a little loop here and a loop there. But yeah, that's what I carry some of my stuff in, some of it. But yeah, this Glock 26, normally if I'm carrying outside the waistband, this is what's in this holster. And then this is my very first VersaCarry holster. You can tell how much more worn it is. But it's adjustable. See these different holes? You can adjust this to make the right ride height on whatever you're, putting in it. So yeah, it's a pretty good holster. I mean, it's served me well throughout the years, and all these guns have been safety checked. Everything's good here. But yeah, they're pretty decent. And I got this one. This one was originally bought for 1911, but my 10 millimeter, it fits in there. So it's tight, but it goes in there. But then on the revolver side, I got this one from VersaCarry. It holds my little Ruger Wrangler 22. So we have that one. Then you always got to keep your eyes open, guys, whenever you're out there. I ended up picking up this holster from a flea market. That's where I got my cowboy holster at. That's where it came from, was a flea market. I bought it for like, I don't know, 30 bucks, something like that. But my 44 Magnum, my 44 Magnum Bounty Hunter, that's what rides in it all the time. My 44 Mag. But anyway, that we'll get that one out of the way. Set it off to the side since it takes up all the room. Get that one set over there. All right, these are my new holsters. So I got this one. A friend of the family has made holsters for years. I didn't know it. It was just one of his hobbies. And this so happens, a friend of a friend asked me about holsters one day, and I was like, yeah, I need a holster for this little Taurus that I just got. This is my Taurus. What is it? A 605? Yeah, I think that's what it is. 605. But anyway, I needed a holster for this little 3-inch barreled 357 Taurus, 5-shot. And he's like, well, I'm sure the guy's got one. Well, we started talking. Ended up finding out that guy was actually very good friends with my parents years ago. Okay, he just does this as a hobby, and he asked me not to mention anything on YouTube about his name or anything, because he just does it as a hobby. He's not looking to make a fortune on this little project that he's got going on. But anyway, that's one of the holsters I got from him that he handmade. It's got an extra belt clip on it here, and then it's got your main belt loop that goes through here, and then he ran this leather through it here up to this loop, so that way that loop is what retains your handgun into the holster. And it even has some sort of metal in here inside where it kind of forms it better. But I don't know, they're very cool. And you can tell this holster's probably been around a while. You can tell it doesn't look brand new. But anyway, you slide it in there, and then you just hook that little piece of leather over your hammer, and then that's what retains it, you know, just like the old style gunfighters, you know. And it's pretty neat. It worked out very nice. Well, he also makes these bullet holders. They just slide over your belt, you know. Look at that. I mean, ain't that nice? They're fancy. And then, you know, pair it with this. That's a pretty good match. It looks pretty good, you know. So then I have that now, you know. And then also I found one. This one rides a little higher, but it just fits my my EAA indicator. Just fits. So, you know, works out well. And it has the same style deal on it, you know. You pull the piece of leather up over your hammer. That's what holds it in there. Rides a little higher though. Feels nice on your side. I've actually carried this a little bit now that I've got this. I've carried all these now that I've got these, and just some around on the farm. And man, they're pretty slick. They're pretty nice, and he built them out of heavy leather. And then this one here, I've got my Heritage in it, and it rides lower, you know. It rides a little lower, but I have my Heritage 22 Magnum in it. You know, I can run 22 or 22 Magnum. And this one here, he just put a flap of leather on there. It's just a flap instead of like a rope of leather. He just took a flap of leather, notched the inside, notched the middle of it, so it'll pull up over your hammer, you know. So there's my little Heritage in 22 mag. So I mean, you can tell he done a great job on these. The stitching's nice. Everything's really nice. And also for this one, I picked up that. Holds 22 Magnum. So I've got a nice little set going on here. You know, one's a little darker than the other one, but you know, still it'll hold some extra rounds. So it's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Sometimes, you know, you think you know people, and then when it comes down to it, maybe you don't know them. You know what I mean? I mean, maybe they have a hobby that you know that they're into that you might really be able to benefit from. So anyway, I bought all three of these holsters and these two, you know, bullet holders, and I bought all those from him, and naturally he kind of cut me a pretty good deal on them all. So always keep your eye out, you know, for something cool. I mean, always. I mean, I'm always keeping my eye out for anything that might pique my interest. I'm sure everybody is, you know, doing the same thing I'm doing, but yeah, you just never know. You never know what you're going to run into that's nice, you know. I mean, some people are just talented in ways that you may not even know. But anyway, that's all I got. I just wanted to show off some of my new leather goods that I got that I'm pretty proud of. They're pretty cool. You know, as good of a job as what he does on these, he could probably make a pretty good little chunk of change just selling those, you know, as his hobby. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to show off some of my new holsters and just tell you guys that you just never know. You never know what other people are into till you ask, you know. And you know, who would have thought that an old friend of our family was into making holsters and could do as good a job as he does, you know. I mean, they're just really great holsters. So always keep your eye out for good deals, and you just never know where you know, something might pop up and you're like, dang, that's awesome, you know, and then you get in on it. But all right, guys, that's it. I just wanted to show off some of these leather holsters I got and let you guys know to keep your eye out for those good deals. All right, see you guys.